What's going on, Tiger fans? So the series of Texas is about to start up, so it's time to do the review for the Astros series. And coming into the series, the Tigers had a perfect record against the Astros. They swept them last time when we played them in Houston. I think last week is when we faced them. And Tigers had dropped 2 or 3 to the Cleveland Indians, and they're looking to end the homestand with potentially a sweep over the Houston Astros. So game 1 was an outstanding game. Anibal Sanchez went 7 strong innings, only 2 earned, 8 strikeouts, 1 walk. And this game was just offense galore. Tigers had a huge fourth inning. And Andy Dirks, believe it or not, hit his very first career grand slam. And there was a really cool stat that Ty Cobb and Andy Dirks hit a grand slam, their very first career grand slam, on the same day as each other. I thought that was awesome. You know, he's in the company of a Tiger legend. And another good thing is that it was a hit with the bases loaded, because the Tigers, with the bases loaded ever since last year, I don't know what it is, man. I don't like when the Tigers get the bases loaded. I absolutely hate it. I actually hope they never get the bases loaded because they never do anything. The Tigers last year only had 1 grand slam, and they didn't get it till late in the year when Miggy hit the grand slam. They were like the only team without one. And so they won 7-2. And then game 2, Dougie Fresh went out there, did his thing. 7 innings, 2 earned runs, 7 strikeouts, and he didn't hit a batter, which is surprising because Doug Fister this year, he's hit a lot of batters. But I like that about Doug Fister. He's not afraid to pitch inside. He don't care if guys get mad. He's going to keep throwing that hard two-seamer inside, and he's going to keep throwing that cutter in on lefties. He don't care. He's going to throw it on the inside of the plate, and if the hitters don't like it, too bad. And it shows, this year I think he's already hit 7 or 8 batters. It's a crazy amount. Tigers' offense looked pretty good again. Don Kelly had an RBI in this game, so Ramon Santiago. Victor Martinez collected another RBI, and Miggy Cabrera hit an absolute freaking long shot home run off a hanging curveball. He just crushed it. I was listening to Dan Dickerson on the radio make the call, and wow, you heard that over the radio, and Dan Dickerson did a so watch it fly little BS thing. And then game 3, I didn't get to watch this game at all because I was at work, so I really don't know. All I know is that Max Scherzer did not pitch very well. He gave up 5 earned runs over 7 innings. And Scherzer, he's been giving up a lot of earned runs lately. Last time he's really had a respectable game where he hasn't had that many earned runs is when he almost had that complete game in Houston when he had that 17-game run support when he allowed 2 runs over 8 innings. I guess Phil Koch and Al Albuquerque, though, from what I read on Facebook, were the 2 to blame for this game. The reason why they lost. The Tigers were winning in this game 4-1. Miggy Jr., or Avisail Garcia, as some people call his real name. A lot of people call him Miggy Jr. Had his very first career home run. It was a 3-run shot, and the Tigers were up 4-1. And then Max Scherzer led a 3-run shot to let the Astros back in the game. And this was probably the second best game that the Astros have played us all year, besides that one where we went 14 innings in Houston and the Tigers won that one. But, you can't complain. The Tigers took 6 of 7 in the season series, and it was easy wins, really, for the Tigers. They only had 2 games in the entire 7 games we met with the Astros this year, where it was actually a hard-fought game. The Tigers really had to earn their win. And all they did was pad the stats and move a little bit farther over 500, closing in on that 10-game over 500 mark. But this series coming up with the Texas this year, let me tell you, they surprised me a lot. Because I was one of those people saying, you're losing Josh Hamilton, you losing more, you're starting pitching, you lost some good pieces out of your bullpen. There's no way the Rangers are going to be as good as they were. But, Justin Grimm has really stepped up. Yu Darvish is by far their ace. Their bullpen's been really good. Their offense, even minus Josh Hamilton now, just hasn't missed a beat. And tonight, Justin Verlander goes up against Yu Darvish. And I think this is the start we see Justin Verlander let it all hang out. I think this is the night where he starts throwing hard again because you're in that warm Texas heat. I think it'll be a lot easier for him to get it going. He'll loosen up faster. And it's going to be a good start because there's a lot of naysayers out there now saying that Justin Verlander isn't the best pitcher anymore. It's Yu Darvish. So this is going to be a big start for Verlander. And it's going to be a big series because the Tigers, I'm not going to lie to you, the bulk of their wins this year to get over 500 has been against the Houston Astros. I think the Tigers this year are 16-14 in games they don't play the Houston Astros. So it's going to be a big series for the Tigers to show they're legit. Game 2, Porcello goes up against Test Pitch. I think that's how you say his name. T-Pitch. T-Pitch. And he hasn't been bad at all this year. He's got a respectable 4.03 ERA, 3-3 record, whip just a shade over 1.2. Game 3 is going to be Anibal Sanchez against Justin Grimm. And Grimm's already made a couple starts against us. He hasn't. I think he's had some pretty good success against the Tigers so far. Porcello, that Porcello start though, keep an eye out for that one because Porcello pitches really well in Arlington. I don't know why. And then Dougie Fresh goes up against Derek Holland to end the 4-game series before we head off to Cleveland. And Derek Holland this year has been really, really good. ERA under 3, whip just a little bit over 7 or over 1. So he's been pitching some really good baseball. And like I said, this is going to be a big series for the Tigers because you start off with ace versus ace. And the Rangers have been playing really good baseball the whole year. You know, they're 10 games over 500. And if the Tigers are going to show they're a legit contender this year and they can compete with any team, you know, you can't just play the Astros. This is going to be the series the Tigers got to get it done. So I got for you guys today. Go Tigers.